There are moments in pop culture that redefine what it means to be an icon. And when Jungkook of BTS moves, the world doesn't just watch, it stops. The latest Calvin Klein campaign featuring Jungkook has done exactly that. From his intense gaze to his magnetic dance, every frame feels like an electric pulse of art and confidence. Fans around the globe are still catching their breath after witnessing what many are calling the most captivating Calvin Klein campaign ever released. The campaign opens with Jungkook standing under a glowing light, his figure outlined by shadows that dance across his flawless skin. His movements are slow at first, deliberate, seductive, a rhythm that mirrors the heartbeat of millions of armies watching from behind their screens. Then, with a flick of his wrist and a tilt of his head, the energy shifts. The music drops, the world fades, and all eyes lock onto one thing: Jungkook's commanding presence. Calvin Klein has always been known for minimalism, for the art of saying everything without uttering a single word. But Jungkook took that silence and filled it with fire. The camera catches the tension in his jaw, the confidence in his eyes, the ripple of muscles that speak louder than any dialogue could. He isn't just wearing Calvin Klein, he's living it. Every movement feels like poetry written in body language. Fans describe the video as pure electricity. The choreography isn't complex, yet it's hypnotic. Jungkook's subtle shoulder rolls, his confident steps, the slow unbuttoning of his shirt. It all builds into a cinematic crescendo that leaves viewers completely enthralled. The lighting flickers between red, white, and amber, symbolizing intensity, purity, and passion. And through it all, Jungkook moves like he's in control of the entire universe. Social media exploded within minutes of the release. "He's redefining sensuality," one fan posted. Another wrote, "Jungkook didn't just dance, he devoured the screen." Even fashion critics who rarely speak in hyperbole found themselves unable to hold back. "It's rare for a campaign to merge performance art and fashion so seamlessly," wrote one prominent style editor. What Jungkook brings to Calvin Klein isn't just a face or body. It's a complete transformation of the brand's emotional landscape. And indeed, it feels that way. Calvin Klein has always flirted with rebellion, minimalism, and sexuality. But with Jungkook, there's something deeper, a quiet intensity that doesn't scream for attention yet commands it effortlessly. He represents modern masculinity in its most balanced form, powerful yet tender, confident yet thoughtful, sensual yet sincere. One of the most talked about sequences in the video shows Jungkook leaning against a motorcycle. The engine hums in the background as his gaze pierces through the screen. He doesn't move much, yet the tension in his pose tells an entire story, a mix of control, danger, and effortless cool. When he finally breaks into motion, swinging one leg over the bike and running a hand through his hair, it's not just a commercial anymore. It's cinema. It's storytelling. It's Jungkook's aura turned into art. Every outfit he wears in the campaign tells its own story. From the classic denim jacket that hugs his frame to the open shirt revealing just a glimpse of skin, every detail feels intentional. The accessories, a subtle chain, a single earring, a glint of a lip piercing, add layers to the narrative. They speak of rebellion, individuality, and the self-assured confidence that defines Jungkook's stage persona. And yet, beneath all the glamour, there's authenticity. Jungkook doesn't perform, he expresses. That's what sets him apart. Every movement, every glance, feels genuine. He isn't trying to be sexy, he simply is. That authenticity translates through the lens, creating a raw, magnetic pull that even those unfamiliar with BTS can feel. As the video continues, there's a shift in energy. The red lighting returns, symbolizing desire and passion. Jungkook's dance becomes sharper, more rhythmic. The beat drops harder, and the intensity rises. His shirt slips slightly, exposing his toned abs, a moment that sent the internet into meltdown. Screenshots flooded Twitter, TikTok edits multiplied, and hashtags like #Jungkook'sCalvinKlein and #JungkookDanceChallenge trended globally within hours. But beyond the visual allure, fans couldn't stop talking about the emotion behind his movement. There's a moment, brief but unforgettable, when Jungkook closes his eyes mid-dance, as if losing himself entirely to the rhythm. That split second of surrender captures everything about why he's so loved. the balance between control and vulnerability, between artistry and humanity. Fashion insiders are already calling this one of Calvin Klein's most successful campaigns in recent memory. The combination of high-fashion visuals with Jungkook's powerful performance has created something that feels timeless. He's not just modeling clothes. One critic said, he's modeling emotion. The collaboration also marks another significant step in Jungkook's global journey as a solo powerhouse. His partnership with Calvin Klein isn't new, but each campaign feels like an evolution, more daring, more expressive, more personal. In this latest release, Jungkook doesn't just represent Calvin Klein. He embodies the very spirit of modern rebellion. For longtime armies, this performance carries even deeper meaning. They've watched Jungkook grow from a shy teenager to a confident global icon, and every frame of this campaign reflects that journey. His confidence, his artistry, his ability to blend strength and softness. It's all there, captured in motion and stillness alike. The use of minimal backgrounds, muted tones, and shadow play allows Jungkook to be the sole focus. There's no need for extravagant sets or props. He is the spectacle. When he moves, the air changes. When he stares into the camera, time seems to slow. That's the magic only a few artists in history possess. Throughout the video, there's a sense of storytelling, a narrative of freedom and expression. The motorcycle becomes a metaphor for independence, the red lighting for passion, the dance for the unstoppable force of creativity. And at the center of it all, Jungkook stands as both muse and master. As night falls in the final scene, he walks toward the camera, adjusting his shirt and flashing the faintest smirk. The music fades, but the energy doesn't. Even in silence, Jungkook speaks volumes. The screen cuts to black, the Calvin Klein logo appears, and fans around the world collectively exhale, realizing they've just witnessed something unforgettable. In the hours following its release, the video accumulated millions of views. Armies around the globe dissected every frame, every expression, every motion. Fan edits turned into cinematic tributes. Reaction videos flooded YouTube. He doesn't need choreography, one fan commented. His body language is the choreography. Calvin Klein sales reportedly spiked overnight, with the exact outfits Jungkook wore selling out within minutes in multiple regions. The Jungkook effect, as fans now call it, once again proved its unstoppable power. It's not just about looks or fame. It's about influence born from authenticity. The dance itself, minimal yet charged, is being analyzed by choreographers and fans alike. Some interpret it as a metaphor for liberation, others as an exploration of desire. But universally, it's seen as a performance that transcends boundaries between art, fashion, and emotion. Jungkook manages to turn a commercial shoot into a moment of pure creative expression, something rarely seen in brand campaigns. As interviews and behind-the-scenes clips began surfacing, glimpses of Jungkook laughing between takes melted the internet all over again. The duality between the fierce performer and the gentle, smiling man behind the camera made fans adore him even more. It reminded everyone that behind the global superstar image lies a humble, hard-working artist who simply loves his craft. The way he moves, the way he connects with the camera, feels deeply personal. There's no barrier between him and the audience. That intimacy, that sense of being seen and seeing him back, is what creates the emotional resonance of his performance. It's not just fashion, it's an experience. By the midpoint of the campaign's global rollout, even those unfamiliar with K-pop began taking notice. Fashion insiders, filmmakers, and musicians praised the campaign as a masterclass in visual storytelling. This is how you merge music, dance, and brand identity into one coherent emotional message, one stylist wrote. Jungkook doesn't just model Calvin Klein, he becomes Calvin Klein.